Hello, so we are now part 2 of the video in our underlying concept of the governance. And the sixth one will be responsibility. Okay? In others, pinagsasama nila yung responsibility and accountability. So, separate na lang natin, although they go together. No? Now, when we say responsibility, this is di ba parang sa ano yan eh. Ito yung operational, tactical, strategic. Responsibility is going down because it's being assigned and inherent with the given responsibility. You are now accountable with the assigned responsibility. And when you say responsibility, it's the R word. And what is that? The role given to us, no? The function that we have to perform as the board, as the director, as the senior, part of the senior management, okay? And so, it meant that if we talk about responsibility, that is, there is a need for us to accept, no, the credit, and also incidental with credit, we have to also accept the blame for governance decision because we are given most of the powers in determining if the company is running properly, diba? And so our important role will be, since we're talking about the role, is that the BOD has to monitor, diba? Ang alin? Yung decisions of executive management. Kasi ito yung nasa tactical level because BOD is at the strategic level. If what had been decided upon by those involved at the tactical and those involved at the operational is at the best interest of the company and its shareholders. Although, when enough is enough. Hanggang kailan ka magde-delegate ng power mo as BOD. Kaya nga, pag sa accounting, di ba pinag-uusapan natin ano-ano yung operational decision, tactical decision, strategic decision. Sa board of director, they need to retain the responsibility with certain key decisions such as when they need to set strategic objectives. Ito sila talaga yan. At saka yung pag-approve, di ba, ng mga capital investment. Di ba sa kanila yon? Di mo naman, yung mga non-recurring decision, kanila sa BOD. Pero yung mga recurring decisions, sa tactical yon, no? Dahil hindi naman pwedeng lahat dinelegate mo na lang. Na wala nang natira sa'yo, na ang trabaho mo na lang ay, alam mo yun, monitoring. Hindi pwede. Diba? And part of your focus in responsibility is that there must be a system in place, no, that would allow you to have corrective action. Kasi diba yung sa control mechanism natin, monitoring yung kaninang sinabi ko, monitoring is equal to control. Ano-ano yung mga nakasa control mechanism natin? Preventive, detective, corrective, and feedback element, which is this one, communicating. Diba? Kung equal naman yung monitoring at controlling, ang dapat kasi in place sa system mo lahat ito, no? At kung meron mang errors, no? Or kung meron mang mismanagement, dapat in place sa system mo yung pag-penalize, no? Dapat mapipenalize yung nag-mismanage. Kasi yun ang what responsible management should do when necessary. Whatever it takes, no? Rightfully to set the company on the right path. Ethically naman, syempre. Diba? And since it's looking at responsibility that way, no? Accepting the credit, accepting the blame, there's clear definition, no, of the role. Then what about accountability? Pang ilan na to? 7. Sabi kasi, with responsibility, there's accountability. That is what? You are a word to. Answerable for your actions. No? That is consequences of your actions. Yun ang accountability. Ang responsibility would talk about roles, di ba? Ang accountability would talk about being answerable for the consequences of your action. Kung ganun ang kwento, then paano ba to, ma'am, nakikita? One, we are required to provide financial reports, diba? On an annual basis, and we have to do general meetings, no, yung assembly meetings, ganyan. Bakit ganun? Kasi, di ba ang dami-dami ng iskandal, lalo na pag sa mga financial aspect. Kaya nga, may code of corporate governance. Kasi, kung ako yung shareholders, ang kailangan ko kasi, diba, kahit papaano, nakikipagrelasyon ako assurance. Greater assurance. Na, yung dinelegate kong power to the director, that they would act to the best, with the best interest in mind of the, on behalf of the shareholders. Ganun yon. But accountability works both ways. Not only with the director, but also with the shareholders. The director should provide quality information, and shareholders should be willing, no, to exercise their responsibility as owners. And that is, you have to be informed of yung paghalimbawa sa accounting. Kasi hindi mo naman pwedeng isimplify lahat ng report to the best way you can dahil may mga technical term. You are going to assume that the shareholders will be doing their part, that is knowing the basic concept. Diba? And they would be using available mechanism to query and assess the actions of the board. No? For them to be able to make informed judgment. Actually, both ways. Whether you are a director or a stockholder, gagawin mo to Diba? The informed judgment. At ang crucial dyan ay how well you perceive, or how well you have understand, no, the responsibility or the role that you are acting upon, and to whom am I accountable for. Diba? Kasi ang issue dito as with responsibility, ano yung extent ng accountability mo towards other stakeholders? At least yung sa shareholder, yun, kahit pa paano, you can define yung level, up to what level are your responsibility, at the same time your accountability. Pero yung towards different groups on society, medyo challenging, diba? Yun. So, ang sa atin, no? Uh, Presenting annual report would be considered as complying with responsibility and accountability, because we also have the annual meeting with the shareholders, diba? General Assembly. Yun. And besides, ano pa? Diba yung shareholder, pwede nilang hindi i-approve yung director, pwede din nilang i-remove sa office, yon. And they are, if you are a director and you would like to be re-elected, you have to submit yourselves to re-election and at regular intervals. Kaya may mga terms of reference. Diba? O, yan. So, ito yung ating accountability. O, ano pa yung isa? Reputation. Hindi ko muna isulat. Pag-isipan nyo, ano ba ang reputation? No? Reputation. Importante ba sa inyo ang reputation nyo? Bigay. Ano? Siyempre. Diba? Lalo na sa organization. Because it determines how others view you as a person, as an organization, or as a person, organization, or person. Profession. Diba? Dahil pag wala kang reputation, paano? Pag very negative ang reputation mo, class, may magtitiwala ba sa'yo? Wala. Pag very poor, wala makikipagrelasyon sa yung supplier, wala may gusto sa yung customer, hindi ka nga makakapag-recruit ng maayos na tao kasi hindi maganda yung reputation. Sino gusto magtrabaho ng hindi maayos yung kumpanya? Kaya nga 'di ba may mga nirarank na company kung saan maganda dun yung culture, gano'n, no? So, yun yung isang experience point nyo, class. Ranking ng best company with best culture ng 2021. Meron na yan. Kung ang reputation is determined by others, how others view you, this would talk about sa tao, character, 'di ba? At sabi nga natin, negative, positive, bad, or good ang reputation. And this is normally a combination of what? Maraming kalidad. This would look at competence ng management, 'di ba? Ano pa? They would look at your commercial success, 'di ba? Kasi yung management competence, impression lang nila to pag outsider sila. Mas tinitingnan nila yung commercial success mo, no? Balancing act again is a challenge kasi pwedeng maganda ang reputation mo sa investors pero sa iba hindi, 'di ba? Kaya ano ngayon yung trend? You have to be environment friendly, eco friendly, ganon. No, not only looking at profitable ka ba? Alam mo yung ano natin, profitable na, liquid pa, solvent pa, mapera na, malakas pa, ma-perform pa. Hindi Hindi lang dun tumitigil ang mundo Kailangan daw ay, kumbaga mas maluwang na yung yung tinitingnan natin. Kaya may mga rating class ang mga company sa governance. May scorecard. No, titingnan natin yung scorecard ng Philippines sa ASEAN. Dahil it's all about reputation. We would like to have a good character, and we would like to have goodwill, no? Ano pa? Nasa na tayo? Number 8. Naku, dalawa na lang. We're almost done. 9 and 10. Ano pa sa tingin nyo yung pwede nating isama dito? You have skepticism. Talaga ba, ma? Pagdating sa judgment. Bakit? Kasi as leaders, you need to have a questioning mind. Sa dami nung responsible ka. 'Di ba? And your judgment has to be sound. Paano yun? You have to be objective in making judgment. Avoiding bias and conflicts of interest. Parang easier said than done naman yan. Ay, syempre. 'Di ba? And that's why, kaya nga lagi silang may non-executive director. No? Para maipakitang may air of skepticism doon sa challenge in management decisions that they have assumed, no, as part of senior management. Okay. Ano pa aside from skepticism, that having an attitude of a questioning mind and being alert? Nasa ISA 200 yan, no? Or nandun din sa PSA 200. Yung number 10 natin, innovation. Huli na to, di ba? Mama, ano ba yung innovation? This would be looking at the approach that we have to make. Lalo ngayon, napakadaming disruption, class. How are you going to be flexible enough with the changes? It entails innovation because change is constant in this world. No? That's the only thing that we can expect, a change. And how our organization will be affected by all these disruptions that we have experiencing now. And what will be the impact to us? How are we going to somehow adapt? Diba? Kaya nga dito, ang sinabi sa atin sa code, comply or explain. Yung nasa Code of Corporate Governance Requirement, no? That are currently in effect regardless of what country you are in. Yung comply or explain. So, as a wrap up, what can we say with the underlying concept of governance? That these are your key characteristics that we need to always apply, because agency is an important issue that we need to address. And in order to fulfill our responsibilities, then we have to be fair, we have to be transparent, we have to be independent, we need to be honest, and ano pa yung panlima natin? We have to have integrity. Incidental to that, you have to be responsible, accountable, and have the right reputation. And when making decision, have to have a questioning mind in making our judgment, but at the same time, flexible enough. Diba? So, ano makikita nyo kay FTI High and RARC, no? That these are crucial for us to be able to do good, no, in corporate governance. Okay? Thank you and good day.